Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Today we will continue unwholesome mental state. So we have many different types of unwholesome mental state. But today I'm not going to talk about mental factor, Jitasika. I'm going to talk about some unwholesome mental state according to Sutta. In Anguttara Nikaya, we have many types of unwholesome conditions. So since it starts with raga, lust or desire, in the text we can find one usage, raga peyala. We can find many parts of Anguttara Nikaya. Okay, now raga means we understand as a lust or desire. Actually, raga also means stain. For example, now my clothes stain black or dark. Similarly, when we have a raga, it stains our mind something. That's why this is also called stain. Actually, raga is also similar to lobha, greed. Of course, under the name of raga, we have many types. For example, kama raga, similar to kama tanha, attachment to or craving for sensual pleasure. Similarly, we have bhava raga, bhava tanha, attachment to life. So if we say briefly, when we have many desirable objects, then we may have attachment to it. We may like it. We may love it. This are called raga. Then sometimes we also use one Pali word, clinging, upadana. So when we have very strong attachment, it will change to upadana, clinging. These are the name of lobha. Actually, there will be many other definitions. So when we have lobha, our mind becomes impure. Okay, you may have seen many people, when they have very strong lobha, very strong greed, their behavior is a change. Then their voice, the way they speak, is also very terrible. So if we say easier way, raga will make our eyes blind, our wisdom eyes blind. Then when we are influenced by raga, we cannot know the truth. We are totally blind. So that's why this is called impurity or impure. We can also say unwholesome mental state. Then again, dosa, hatred, aversion. Actually, when we translate dosa, we also can understand like a destroying or demolition. So it will make our mind gross. it will spoil our behavior, our speech. This is called dosa. So dosa is a very gross mental factors. We also use one Pali word, nipitika or apitika. That means we cannot rejoice, we cannot feel happy when we are angry or when we have hatred. So we hate somebody, we hate something, we cannot feel peacefulness. Similarly, we may destroy other people's life, other people's value, virtues, we cannot feel peacefulness. Under the name of dosa, there are also many other meanings such as fear, worry, anxiety, sorrow, lamentation, despair. Then we also have depression. These all are under the name of dosa. So when we have undesirable conditions or undesirable objects, dosa arise. Then it will spoil our mind. We have the next one, moha, delusion. This one is very common. I think everybody knows this Pali word, moha. Sometimes we also use synonym, avijja, ignorance. Moha and avijja are different Pali terms but the same meaning. Moha will cover the truth. That means we cannot know the truth. Okay, here if we say the truth, it must be ultimate truth. It must be foreknown truth. Sometimes people also get confused. If we cannot understand something well, we think, oh, we have a lot of moha. Actually, sometimes it's a lack of knowledge, lack of consideration. That is why we don't understand something fully, something clearly. In this kind of case, we cannot say moha. This is a lack of knowledge. So moha will cover the truth. That means foreknown truth. The moha will cover all the past existences. The moha will cover future existences. Moha will cover both past and future existences. The moha also cover cause and effect relationship. So if we cannot know all these things, this is called moha. Not all types of unknowing is called moha, right? We have limited conditions of moha. Then again, krodha, anger. This is also similar to dosa. Just angry. So when you get angry, have you ever seen your own face? How does it look like? Like a yakka? Like a ghost? How does it look like? So that means anger will spoil our image. Although people wear very nice clothes, very beautiful clothes, it does not look beautiful when you get angry. Actually, it's also burning inside our mind. We cannot feel peaceful. We cannot feel happiness. So, Goda, anger will burn ourselves. After that, it will burn other living beings. It will be very heaty in our mind first, but it will make problem in the community. This is the nature of dosa. Then, when you get angry, you cannot sleep well, right? You cannot live comfortably. So it will spoil our lifestyle. That's why this is also called unwholesome mental state. So we have to move few more things. Upanaha, grudge bearing, holding grudge or harboring grudge. We can get angry, but we have many different degrees of anger. So how can we know? Do we have very strong anger or weak anger? The Buddha gave 3 similes of anger in Anguttara Nikaya. The first type, writing inscription on the rock or on the stone. There are some people, their anger is like imprinted on the stone, cannot remove, cannot wipe out. So how is your anger? How long do you keep your anger in your heart? So if you are writing on the stone, it will last whole life. Then some of the anger will follow the samsara, like Venerable Devadatta and the Buddha. This is the, we call upanaha, long-time hatred, bearing grudge or harboring grudge. This is like a stone inscription. Now we have the next simile is a writing on the sand. You may have been to the beach. If you write something on the beach, when the wave wipe out, disappear. Similarly, there are some people, they get angry, but only short time, disappear. This is called, we call like a writing on the swine or on the ground. Then the last one, writing on the water. How do you understand this? If you write a letter on the water, after you are writing, disappear already. There are some people, they get angry, but only short time, like a writing on the water. Finish. Well, when we talk about upanaha, in this case, you are writing on the stone. You hate somebody. Keep hating. Whole life. It becomes many lives. It becomes whole samsara. So upanaha is also one of the unwholesome mental states. It can spoil our life. We cannot feel peaceful. Why we have many enemies? Or why we hate many people? How long we hate? It depends on ourselves. Right? If we have anger or hatred, we cannot feel peaceful. Then there are some meditators. they frequently ask me how to overcome anger, how to overcome hatred. They have many questions like that. Then whenever they ask question, I give very easy example, very easy answer. When you get angry, then you cannot feel peacefulness, then your enemies will be very happy. Right? When you are suffering, your enemies will be very happy. Actually, anger or hatred or grudge, these are mental pain. They are the toxics in our mind. So if we have all these toxics, we're going to feel peacefulness. If we're going to feel peacefulness and happiness, our enemies will be very happy. Okay, we should move the next one. Mecca, ingratitude. So mostly in every translation, we can find Mecca as ingratitude. Actually, there will be many other meaning of Mecca, ingratitude. So the main thing is that we don't remember other people's gratitude. Although somebody is working very well for the community, or although somebody is working very hard for us, we don't feel gratitude. We don't thanks to them. This is called Mecca. Not only that, actually, Mecca also means not knowing other people's quality. So you can also imagine somebody is very moral, but we don't think that he's a moral. Morality is a good quality. Okay, similarly, somebody is very kind. He had a very strong compassion, but we don't think he's a good person. This is also called Mecca. Okay, you can also imagine many other good quality of the people, good attributes of the people. When somebody talk about other people's ability, or for example, he's very smart, he's very kind, we may say negative things. He's not that kind. He has this kind of person, that kind of person. We just find out his faults, mistakes, and weakness. This is also called Mecca. So when we have Mecca, we have more negative thoughts, more negative idea. Especially when seeing other people, we just find faults of other people. This is called Mecca. Then another one, Palasa. Rivalry or competitiveness. Okay, when we talk about competition, then there will be many different conditions. For example, we all are ordinary people, but we think we are very wise. Then you may think you are as wise as Venerable Sariputta. Right? Then recently, I have watched one documentary about an atheist, which is a Myanmar atheist. Right? He's an atheist. So because he was born in a Buddhist family, but in his environment, nobody is practicing well. That's why he became an atheist. Since he was a very little boy. He didn't go to the monastery or anything. But luckily, when he was working in a company, one of his colleagues is ex-bhikkhu. That means he has been ordained before, he disrobe. So since he had to learn many different things, so the ex-bhikkhu can explain many things. But the atheist boy thought he has very good thinking, very good idea. When he presents something, okay, that kind of thing is like this. Then the ex-bhikkhu say, the one I said that kind of thing in this sutta, that sutta, he got shocked. Why this happen? Then when he says, he has to think many days. Then he got one idea. When he talked to his friends, he said, what I said that one in this sutta, in that sutta. Finally, he started learning some sutta or some Buddha teaching. He could realize, oh, this is beneficial. Okay, sometimes, although we have very minor idea, very small idea, we think we have very big idea, very wise idea. Sometimes we may think we are as wise as Venerable Satibuddha. Right? Then this is called palasa. It will spoil our knowledge. If we think we know many things, that means we don't know anything. If we know we haven't learned all the Buddha teaching, then we haven't learned yet. Okay, palasa is also one of the mental conditions. It can spoil our knowledge, our improvement. That's why we shouldn't have that kind of things. Another thing is like a challenging, right? Challenge to do this or that, or that kind of things. Okay, no problem. Challenge to meditate or that kind of things, right? Meditation is not competition. Right? For example, Venerable Mahamoggallana can attain headship within 7 days. Okay, now I will try my best to attain headship within 7 days. How do you think about it? Venerable Satibuddha could attain headship within 2 weeks. Okay, I will try my best to attain headship within 2 weeks. How do you think about it? Meditation is not competition. So that's why we cannot compare with other people. Oh, he could see the nimitta within 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Why I cannot see nimitta? Don't compare. All the things come from skill. So palasa, is spoiling our mind. How many times do you feel guilty for not improving your concentration for 1 day? Oh, my friend can see nimitta within 2 or 3 days. I cannot see. You may feel inferior also, right? This is not a good thing to do. Okay, now, another one. Issa, envy or jealousy. Okay, when we explain Issa, actually it is other people's belonging, other people's ability, other people's quality, other people's attributes. We don't want to see somebody working very well, achieving very high goal. This is called Issa. We don't wish to hear anybody working well, attaining something, achieving something. This is called Isa. So if we say easier way, we don't wish to see anybody better than us. How many times do you feel like this? I don't want to see better person. I just want to see lower person, inferior person. Have you ever felt like this? This is a very, very bad idea, right? Very bad attitudes. So this is just not only attributes or quality, it also belonging. If somebody has very many belongings, very rich or something, then you don't want to see. You cannot bear in your mind. Right? For example, you have very poor motorbike. Your friends may have very good motorbike. You don't want to see your friends. This is called Isa. So you may have very, very small house. Your friend may have very big house. You may have only one house. Your friend may have many houses. How do you feel? If you don't want to see somebody achieving many things, having many belonging, that's called Isa. So Isa comes from other people's belonging, but we don't feel peaceful in our mind. We cannot do anything also. This is his karma, his effort. That's why he has that kind of belonging. We cannot do anything, but we don't feel peaceful. Now the next one, Matsuriya, stinginess or selfishness. Okay, here, in the case of Matsuriya, it just comes from our own quality, our own achievement, our own belonging also, right? For example, we have many houses, but we don't wish anybody to live there. We don't want to share our living space with other people. There are many people, even they are not very generous to their own relatives, their own siblings. They are eating very well, very good foods, but they don't want to share their food with their sibling. So then even we have good quality, good things, we cannot feel peaceful. Right? Living place or many other belongings. Then for people also we have very, very bad idea, very bad attitudes. That is, we don't wish our devotee go to another monastery. How do you feel? If I don't wish, my students, now all are my yogi now, right? I don't wish to go and see Pao Sayadaw. How do you feel? The same monastery, the same tradition. But Pao Sayadaw is my teacher also, right? I don't wish to see Pao Sayadaw. How do you feel? This is just an example, right? Then I don't wish you to see other meditation teacher. Because after that, Banajanaka Bhimansa will come, right? I don't wish to see Banajanaka Bhimansa. How do you feel? This kind of mind, we're trying to control people. Actually, you are not my belonging, right? You just learn only short time from me. But I don't wish you to go here and there to see this teacher, to see that teacher. When we have this kind of mindset, this is also called Maitreya. We cannot feel peaceful. We have very bad idea, one more thing. That is our knowledge. We don't wish to share our knowledge, our experience with our friends. This is also Maitreya. For example, you know many suttas. You have learned many suttas. But you don't wish to explain to your Dhamma friends. This is the Maitreya. Actually, in the case of Maitreya, stinginess or selfishness, there are many things to explain. Okay, I should talk about bhikkhu life. Now I have my own monastery. I don't want anybody to come to my monastery. If somebody is wiser than me, better than me, or more knowledgeable than me, I don't wish them to come to my monastery. This is called Maitreya. There is some exception. I don't wish somebody to come to my monastery because they are problem maker. That's why I don't wish them to come to live in my monastery. This is the not Maitreya. Similarly, okay, now I will say, I don't wish my devotee to go to another monastery. If something is reasonable, we cannot say Maitreya. For example, that monastery is very bad. They don't follow Vinaya. When seeing their behavior, you will lose your faith. That's why I don't wish you to go that monastery. In this case, we cannot say Maitreya. We have good intention. Also, we have good reason. So without any proper reason, then we just don't wish somebody to go here and there. This is Maitreya. So that means we have our belonging, we have our ability, our knowledge, but we don't wish to share with any of our Dhamma friends or relatives or anybody. This is the call, Maitreya. If we summarize, Maitreya means unwilling to share. This is called Maitreya. Next one, Maya. Concealment of faults. Actually, in the case of concealment of the faults, we can also say concealing our weakness. So now modern society, many people also talk about dark side of people, right? Everybody have dark sides. Of course, we don't need to talk to everybody, right? But some urgent case, some important case, we have to talk to somebody. If we don't tell the truth, then they cannot help us. In this kind of case, we must be sincere. We must be honest. So when we say Maya, this is dishonest and sincere. So we conceal our mistakes, our faults. So sometimes, if somebody know our weakness, then they will look down upon us, or they may not respect, or they will lose their faith. And we worry about this, we just conceal. This is also not a good thing to do. So we must be honest, sincere, in order that people may believe us more. Mostly we believe in sincere people, honest people. As we believe sincere one, honest one. then people will believe us if we are sincere and honest. Okay, now again, the next one. Satya, deceit or fraudulence. So here, when we say Satya, this is also very wide. Very wide means, under the name of Satya, we can also understand revealing and truth ability and truth quality. Then, for example, morality. We don't follow Vinaya rules, but we pretend to be following Vinaya, we are as following Vinaya rules. This is also called Satya. If we pretend we can get some profit, that's why we pretend, oh, I'm a virtuous, I'm a moral. Similarly, concentration. We don't have good concentration, but we pretend as if we have good concentration. This is also called Satya. Then similarly, we are not very generous. Then we pretend as if we are generous. We share this and that just for show. Now modern society, you can see many things in the social media. Right? They just show only good things. I don't know how many people take photo here and post to the Facebook. But you don't have telephone here, right? You cannot post anything. So many people like that. They go to the monastery, take picture, upload. They just come to monastery actually, not doing anything. Right? They just show that they are in the monastery, right? Maybe there are some people, they will come to the monastery, then they may take picture of offering something to show people. There will be many different reasons. There are some people, then they may post in order to show people, that just for show, right? There are some people, they just wish people to rejoice their dana. For anumodana, right? They show. Okay, briefly, dana also, if we do for show, this is a satya. We are not honest, not sincere. Just pretending. Then similarly, knowledgeable. Knowledge. We don't know anything, but we pretend as if we know many things. Even last night, I have already talked about it, right? I teach English grammar, right? To some of my senior, they pretend, right? They know, they have already learned. But when I correct them, they say, yes, I have known that one. Okay, this is a satya. Okay, now modern society is become more messy. Oh, by the way, in Nepal, can you buy PhD degree, MA and BA degree from the university? Although you don't need to go and attend the university, right? You just buy the certificate. Can you do like that in Nepal? It is possible, right? Right? Many people like this, right? In Myanmar also we have many people like that. Mostly famous people. Right? Okay, when we are learning in the Bali school, maybe some of our senior may not very high wasa, maybe 2 or 3 wasa senior to us. Actually, he's also very famous Dhamma talker. Then in one of his, we can say, pamphlet, right? Pamphlet, he mentioned Sasana Daja Dhammacariya. His name after that, Sasana Daja Dhammacariya. Many of his friends know that he's not learning well. You can imagine Dhamma talker cannot learn, cannot join the examination. Right? How to prepare for Dhamma talk? I cannot learn for examination. If I do it, I will fail. But the Dhamma talker, he gets Dhamma talk maybe more than hundreds Dhamma talk a year, for example. Then you can imagine he can pass Sasana Daja Dhammacariya. It's not that easy. We can say impossible. So now if we say Sateya, if we buy a certificate for popularity, not real, fake one, we are not qualified enough, right, to get that kind of degree. Just for sure, we just do it. This is Sateya. So it will be very wise. Now I just mentioned Sila, Samadhi, generosity, and also knowledge or education. There will be many other qualities, abilities. For example, contentment. We pretend that we are using very little, right? Now we can also say, how to call this one? Minimalism, right? Minimalism. So we're trying to reduce the amount of property we are using, the material we are using. If we are really doing well, this is good enough. Just for sure, it's not good. This is Sateya. So these are unwholesome mental conditions. Okay, I have to move. Many things to say today. Tamba, stubbornness and disrespect. This is also called Tamba. Okay, so this is also very clear. We are very stubborn. We don't show respect to anybody. We don't know any people's value. And we don't know how to respect other people for their value and their quality and attributes. This is called Tamba. Okay, I should go a little bit faster. Saramba, domineering. Actually, Saramba also can understand as outdoing. That means we just do more than necessary. Right? Then we can also say a few more things. Sometimes we just do opposite to show off. For example, when all other people are sitting together, right, chanting, then one of the member will not chant, looking around here and there, or shaking the body or something, right? doing opposite of other people to show. How many times do you do it? Stylish, right? You may think you are stylish, right? This is bad behavior. So when we are going to take photo, right? As people, we're going to be stylish, right? The same uniform, the same design, the same color, or the same post, right? So for people, they have many different poses, because they want to be different from other people. They want to show that they are different, right? This is called saramba. Okay, we will also say a few more things here. Another name of saramba, one thing is, right? For example, like doing more than necessary, right? Okay, I should elaborate a few more. For example, if you jump one time, I will jump 2 times. When we have this kind of mindset, this is saramba. Right? Similarly, you can also understand many other things, right? That means just do more than necessary. It's not necessary actually. The next one, mana, pride. This is very common, right? Pride or conceit is very common. So we are proud of our ability, our quality, our belonging, our appearance. This is normal. But actually, mana also makes our mind unpeaceful. We think we are better than other people. Right? We are smarter than people. I have more belonging. I have more quality, more ability. When we have this kind of mindset, we're going to feel peaceful. Okay, one more thing here. Mana also a kind of competition. Compared to somebody, we feel superior, inferior, or equal. These are called mana. We are the same. We call equal mana, right? I am inferior, who cares? This is the mana. Everybody know I'm better than you, stronger than you, smarter than you. This is the mana. Everybody know that one, right? Mostly we don't know equal mana and inferior mana. But the next one, ati mana, excessive effort or self-conceit. That means too much mana. Okay, we can also give one simile. You may have seen snake. When snakes are going to run, you have to, right? Wind his body, right? But if a snake swallow an iron bar, how it will be? Do then the snake can run. Because the snake swallow iron bar, right? Cannot crack his body anymore. Cannot win his body anymore. Cannot move. Cannot run fast. A team mana is like this. If we have very strong mana, we're going to move. Stand still in one place. No more improvements. No more progress. If we think we are knowledgeable, no more new knowledge will come to our brain. right? This is just normal. This is normal, right? Okay, now the next one, mata. Intoxication with the pride. Okay, if we say mata, we can also understand a few things. This is called craziness or madness. So when we are arrogant and stubborn, we are like crazy person. Right? Almost all the arrogant people, they think they are smart, but people will think they are silly. They are crazy. Right? So, okay, if we say mata, this intoxication with the pride, it is poison. Like a crazy. So sometimes we have very strong mana. We also know that's a crazy thing, but we keep doing. Our mana are forced to do. Okay, now the last one, pamada. This one is very easy to understand. Many people have already known apamada, obviously what? Right? Apamada means heedful. But here apamada means heedless or negligence. Especially when we talk about pamada, it is wasting our time enjoying sensual pleasure, doing agusala. This is called pamada. So we may have wrong speech, wrong action, wrong thoughts. We waste our time, we spend our time with all these things. This is called pamada. Another thing is we are just looking for sensual pleasure. To see something, to hear something, to smell, to taste, to touch. These are called pamada. So many times when I talk about sensual pleasure, I also ask how big your TV in your home, how expensive it is for your eyes. You spend a lot of money. How about sound system together with your TV? For ear, you spend a lot of money. How expensive your perfume? Then similarly, food. In Nepal, food is not that expensive, it's okay, right? Then actually, people are looking for new things, new enjoyment. If we spend our time searching for new enjoyment, this is called pamada. Okay, these are unwholesome mental states. The first things, we must know it. We must know them as unwholesome. This is a bad mental state. If we don't know this is something bad, then we're going to change. So how to do or how to change all these things? The easiest one is that we must practice Noble Eightfold Paths. If we are practicing Noble Eightfold Paths, then we can overcome all these types of unwholesome mental state. Another thing is defilements. If we can subside the defilements, or if we can make our defilements weaker, then we can also overcome this impurity or unwholesome mental state. So today I just introduce unwholesome mental state. But we have to use many different things. Actually, I'm preparing many things for today's Dhamma talk. I cannot finish. Anyway, we have all the factors. For example, in the very beginning, we have mentioned raga, lust, or attachment, or craving. Then there's also opposite factors. No more lust, no greed. We can also say generosity, no grasping, releasing. Then we have dosa. The opposite of dosa is metta, kindness, or loving kindness. So in every single unwholesome mental state, there will be opposite factors. We can understand as a wholesome. So we have to change our lifestyles, our idea, and our aptitudes. Then there will be wholesome mental state. Unwholesome mental state will lead us for declination. Wholesome mental state will lead us to development. So now, when we are practicing Noble Eightfold Paths, we are trying to develop wholesome state. Okay, I will stop here. May you all be able to practice 3 trainings, and may you all be able to realize the final cessation and not suffering.
Sayadaw, there are 2 questions in the Zoom. May I read
Okay.
it? Wandami Sayadaw, Shukihotu. Please Sayadaw, elaborate more about what is curiosity. It is sankhara or intention. What is it called in Paramattha Dhamma? Thank you very much. Curiosity,
Curiosity
yes,
is
is sankhara or intention. And what is it called in Paramattha Dhamma?
curiosity. What kind of curiosity? It depends. We cannot say what kind of Paramattha Dhamma, right? For example, if you are curious about Four Noble Truths, aggregates, this kind of thing can be considered as a Vimansa or Dhamma Vijaya. It will be equal to Panya. Right? If you are curious, many curiosity about Agusala, it depends on what kind of Agusala also. Right? For example, you may be curious about how people steal other people's belonging. Right? It depends on the purpose. That you just want to know, you just want to know because you can avoid or you're going to be cheated, right? But for this purpose, you just learn. This is one purpose. Another one is you want to steal something, for example, right? So curiosity is very wide. It depends on how you're curious, what you're curious. There can be different conditions. Okay?
Another question. I am stubborn. How to change the unwholesome character? Thank you.
Okay, stubborn. We can also say mana, right? Sometimes we have mana, but not so serious. It's changeable. Okay, for your understanding, I should say 2 different types of mana. In Pali, we call yatava mana and ayatava mana. If we say in English, there are some types of mana. Although we have mana, we accept the truth. That means our mana is flexible. We still accept the truth. Sometimes mana becomes very strong. Although we know the truth, we don't accept it. That kind of mana is more serious. It's poison. So that means in your conditions, you have to check what kind of mana you have. Although you know the truth, if you don't accept, it's poison. Then you must change that one. Okay. Sometimes mana feel as better, right? That means I'm better than you, stronger than you. We have that kind of feeling. But actually, it will make you inferior. The stronger mana you have, the stronger, the more harmful for your improvement. So if you expect improvement, try to recall your aim, your ambition. If you wish to attain Nibbana, sure, you must be worthy enough. You must be qualified enough to attain Nibbana. If you have mana, like improper mana, that is impossible. Right? Even Anagami has mana, but their mana is flexible. If they know the truth, they change. They accept it.
也是有益。Wandami Sayadaw, can you hear me, Sayadaw?
Okay, I can hear.
Sayadaw, if I have not attained any jhana, but I send metta to my family and friends every day, would that be helpful?
What's the last one? Family?
Family and friends, every day I send metta to them. Will that be helpful even though I don't have jhana?
Okay, it's helpful, sure. Actually, metta, it doesn't mean you have to attain jhana, right? As long as you have good mind, it will affect your family, sure.
Another question.
Wandami Sayadaw, about this Palasa competition. He would like to ask for Bande's teaching. In a study group, he always mark attendance by joining the group sitting, meditation group sitting. And at that group, he saw other people meditate longer than him. And because of this, he tried to put more efforts in meditation. Would they consider Palasa a type of competition?
You just want to compete. You don't want to achieve. In this case, we can say palasa, because you have bad intention, right? So sometimes you also want to improve like somebody. That's why you try. For example, you may see somebody sitting many hours, after that they can improve very, very well. That's why you try it. In this case, we cannot say palasa. In the case of palasa, it's not that much useful. You just do many things uselessly. You just compete useless things.
Nami Sayadaw, I recognize and suffer from some of or all of the defilements mentioned by Bande tonight. How to reduce them?
How do we deal with them?
Yes, how to reduce all these defilements?
Actually, I haven't talked about it, right? I just say to overcome all these things, we just do four Noble Eightfold Paths, right? We just practice Noble Eightfold Paths. Actually, when we study Anguttara Nikaya, we can find many solutions according to Dukkha Nibbata. We can do Samatha Vipassana to overcome all these things, right? This is the one thing, right? So according to Dukkha Nibbata, Sila Samadhi Panya, for example, there are many, many instructions like this. So it depends on what kind of thing you have. There will be different practice.
Nami Sayadaw, does a yogi need to study the foundations of base foundations of Dharma before beginning to practice meditation?
Okay, so that means for learning, if we have learned, it will be easier. But we know the right path and wrong paths, it will be more effective. So if you don't if you haven't learned properly, you must have proper teacher nearby.
Con muốn hỏi là có những người mà hành thiền tốt Nhưng mà sao họ vẫn giữ được, họ vẫn bị sân hoặc là có một số những cái tính kiểu ngã mạn hay gì đó, hoặc là vẫn còn hay bị sân ấy, thì là như nào ạ?
So now she would like to ask, there are some meditators, although they practice meditation very well, but their temper, like dosa or mana, is still not changed. They still keep those bad quality. So how is it?
Okay, if it's a habit, then it's not easy to change, right? So for about like a defilements, it should be weaker defilements, right? Because of long time practice, our defilement will become weaker. That kind of thing should be. For about other habits, only the Buddha can eradicate. Even Arhat cannot eradicate habit and hobby.
So one question in the chat: how to increase sitting hours?
Certain hours. Okay, you have to check, right? Long time sitting without concentration, or long time sitting with good concentration, right? So long time sitting without concentration just for show. It's not real, right? So sometimes, okay, we have a good condition, sometimes bad condition. Sometimes if we stand up or if we change, then we have to restart from zero. That's why we keep sitting, trying our best to maintain concentration or to regain concentration. In this case, okay. Okay, one more thing here. When you have very strong and powerful rapture, joy, and tranquility, you can sit very long time, it doesn't matter. If you feel pain too much, then without changing, just keep sitting, right? Then you cannot concentrate very well, just wasting your time. So you have to check, is useful or not. If useful, you can extend your sitting duration.
Sayadaw,
No more question again.
Sayadaw, there's one question. Sayadaw, I want to shift on one meal a day. Please guide how to do. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Actually, if you are going to eat only one meal, you must eat slowly. You must eat more than other people, right? For example, if you can eat one scoop in the morning, one scoop in the evening or in lunch, for example, right? So breakfast one scoop, lunch one scoop, right? If you are going to skip one meal, you must be able to eat 2 scoops a day. One sitting, 2 scoops. Then eat slowly. You can digest well. You can also choose well. You can also eat more. Then your body will be strong enough to meditate. Okay? So this is the thing you should prepare now.
Next question, Sayadaw. Vandami Sayadaw, if someone has tamba, how to reduce tamba? Sadhu, sadhu.
How to reduce?
Tamba. How to
A
reduce
temper. Temper. Actually, it depends on what kind of things you have, right? But like a dosa. If you have habit of dosa, you also should have habit of metta, more radiated metta. Okay, one more thing. If we say metta, people also think like chanting metta sutta like this, right? Actually, metta is not from the mouth. Metta must be from the heart. If you have real metta from the heart, you can subside anger.
After doing anapanasati for a few weeks, I am having heaviness and tightness in nose. What could be the cause? How to overcome it?
If you feel heaviness and stiffness, that hardness or stiffness like this, you are focused on the sensation too much. Be careful. Especially when you emphasize on touching points and touching sensation too much, it can happen. When that kind of thing happen, you're trying to know the breathing without sensation. Or don't emphasize on sensation too much. You can overcome it. Okay, now we can share meditation, right? Etawataja amehi Sambadam bunya sambadam Sabbe dewa numodandu Sabbe buddha numodandu Sabbe saddha numodandu Sabba sambati siriyam Idame nyadinam hotu Sukhita hondu nyadayo Idame nyadinam hotu Sukhita hondu nyadayo Idame nyadinam hotu Sukhita hondu nyadayo Idame bunyam Asavakaya Waham hotu Idame bunyam Nibbanasa Pajayo Hotu Mama bunya bagam Sabba satanam Bhajemi Te sabbe Me samam Bunya bagam Lavantu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu